Cool.
So.
I'd rather go quietly into the night.
So, Chrissy, I don't need an award.
Oh, you need that.
Don't go.
Yes.
Yeah.
You ever seen this? I mean, not like it's a big hassle or anything, but it's.
Okay, you guys are what?
Okay, roll call. We have enough to have a quorum here.
Gavel.
Pledge of allegiance, please.
Gavel.
Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is a business meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission. The town values and welcomes public input. Please address the commission as a whole and not individual commission members. Do not address staff and members of the audience. Commission action on items brought up in call to the public is limited by the open meeting law. The commission may direct staff to study the matter and reschedule for further consideration at a later date. Items on the agenda will not be heard or discussed in the call to the public. Individuals are limited to 3 minutes. Okay, C, consider approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission held on February 27th, 2025. I have a motion.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
C1.
We have a first, we have a second, passed. All in favor? Aye. Ayes have it. New business. Public comment will be taken at the beginning of each agenda item after the subject has been announced by the chairman and explained by the staff. Any citizen who wishes to speak one time for 5 minutes on each agenda item before or after the commission discussion. Questions from the commission members, however, may be directed to staff or member of the public through the chairman at any time. D1, discussion and consideration regarding creating Town Code Chapter 17.100.45 land maintenance. Jeremiah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chairman Kinsley. I'm going to cut to the chase here tonight. This amendment proposed is being brought forward because there's a problem in town with maintenance on alleys, specifically Eastway, Westway. It's a continual nightmare code enforcement issue. So this is one mechanism that we can deal with this. If people knew, I think, what was at stake, those people might be here tonight. Because what I'm asking for a recommendation for is to require adjacent property owners to maintain that alley to the center line. So on Eastway and Westway, what's happening out there, I don't know if you guys have had a chance to look at it, it's pretty bad, especially on Eastway. And it doesn't matter, my prior code enforcement officer was out there cleaning up himself, and it just comes back. It comes from the businesses, it comes from people that know that they can dump there. It's not a maintained street. It never will be. It doesn't meet the requirements. So this is one tool that we can utilize to prevent, maybe not prevent, but at least help clean it up. And the complaints are coming from those people that are adjacent because they see it, but they're not required to do anything about it. This isn't new. There's cities down in the valley that do this. It's where I got the idea. And so that's kind of where I'm heading with this. Some of these are duplications, specifically like the requirements for signs and stuff. It's going to give my new code enforcement officer, who I interviewed today, more tools to be able to combat unsightly aesthetic issues within the town. So that's really the intent here tonight.
Now, are those alleys utility right-of-ways?
They are actually public right-of-ways.
Okay.
They're not public utility easements, to my knowledge.
Okay.
But they need to remain because there's properties back there that's their sole access. So it's kind of unfortunate. I don't know how that or why that occurred. I was looking at, I think it was Chandler or Mesa. They have like 165 miles. We have nothing close to that. So, but yeah, it is a problem, and if I don't get a recommendation or it doesn't get approved by council, I have an alternative solution in case. I don't think it's appropriate to discuss right now, but if you guys want to call me and I can tell you about it. If you have some concerns about this, let me know. If you think that there's something I could do to make it better, let me know. Yes.
So you said there was dumping that occurs.
Yes.
And if that happens in a spot, I mean, obviously the homeowner that is adjacent to that didn't do that, but it's going to be their responsibility to then take away something that someone else dumped there?
That is correct, yeah. So one way to combat that is if I was a homeowner there, I'd get some cameras, some game cameras, post them up, get some evidence, and try to tackle it from the dumping perspective. But if they cannot, then yeah, it would require them to maintain to the center line.
I got a question about the enforcement of this, kind of piggybacking what Allison said. So let's just say hypothetically we have some piece of trash. I got a camera. I get a license plate. We find out who does it. Then what happens?
Well, they would be criminally responsible for dumping.
So a police complaint would be filed?
It could be, yes.
And is there a fine associated with it, the town, or is it just completely like a police matter at that?
It would be handled administratively. It depends on which route they go, really. If it's handled administratively through my office, it's going to go through Title 1.20, I think it is. Or
I kind of have Allison.
Same process for everything else.
If someone else dumps it there, and then you're guys going to give me a ticket for it, and then the burden of proof is on me to say it's not my trash. I don't know if I can really get behind that.
Are you gonna put up some signs down there, Jeremiah, like dumping, no dumping, $100 fine or something like that?
We could look at that.
I just think
There has to be a penalty.
Yeah, I think there's an inherent problem when you're turning the homeowner into a law enforcement agency, because we're saying, hey, you are responsible to create or to find evidence. You're responsible to charge this person by going down and getting the prosecutor to indict them. So we're turning the homeowner into a police officer. Because if they don't, they get fined and charged.
That's true, but it is handled similarly throughout the state. It's when I was in the city of Flagstaff, they passed an ordinance that required businesses to plow the sidewalk. Businesses hated it, but it's a legitimate use of police power, and it does help with the issue. And they're the ones that are complaining about the issues to do something about it.
So it's not the homeowners that are doing it.
Some of them are, yeah.
Some are.
Some of them are. Not all of them. It's actually mostly the businesses. And I can't honestly answer that question with any level of certainty because I'm not sitting back there watching, monitoring everybody. But it appears that a lot of it's coming from the businesses, actually. And then people just know that, they don't want to go to the collection center, boom, go to Eastway and just drop it there.
And is their property line the center of that?
No.
So they don't even own that property?
They do not.
And they're going to be responsible for
That's
cleaning
correct.
it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So this it's owned by whom? Is it the town?
Yeah, it's public. It's owned by the town of Pinetop-Lakeside. It's public right away. Like I said, I don't know why it happened that way. It's a relic of lack of planning in the past. You can see that throughout town, really, with the stop sign or the roads not aligned. You can see it all over town.
Could the police put up cameras and
It could be a conversation that I have with the chief, yeah.
I just see an inherent problem when you're putting that burden on a homeowner.
Right.
Especially who doesn't even own the property.
You don't own the property, you didn't dump the trash, and you have to police it.
Right.
Yeah, it's really not right.
So I think, yeah, I'd agree that it may not be fair, but the alternative is maybe do nothing or don't clean up the alleyway. Maybe there's another solution, but
Are those the
It's on the
only
agenda.
two alleyways? What other alleyways are there in town?
those are the only two as far as
The
I'm
only two,
aware of.
okay.
Yeah. And they
And
run
that-
along in Pine Top, along both sides of White Mountain Boulevard.
It's a public right of way.
Yes.
It should be up to the town to take care of that. The town should be the one finding the people that are doing the dumping. Why are you putting the responsibility on the homeowners? It's just not fair.
The town's not out there and the homeowners
The
are.
town has to get out there.
Game cams.
Yeah.
If the homeowner can do it, the town can put a cam in. I
Exactly.
don't know.
Problem is, I don't know if you guys are aware, but we have budget constraints. And so I know that a game camera is not terribly expensive and it's probably something we could work with. Yeah.
I mean, maybe we can make the money back in fines. If there's a dumping fine, we can make it profitable.
True. Maybe that's a solution. Go ahead and dump there, but you're going to get a ticket.
Yeah.
It's going to cost.
And every time you get a ticket, it gets more expensive.
Yeah.
Like a speeding ticket. You know?
So I'll just say one of the alternatives that I was considering is, working with the courts, finding people that have probation, that have community service, and getting them out there to clean up. Then the cost of a roll off. Drop it off, have community service,
That's a good
take care of
idea.
it.
But I see your point is that as a Band-Aid, it's not a solution.
Yeah.
Right? We could get it cleaned up.
Is it in bad shape right now?
Oh, it's bad. Take a drive back there, especially on the Eastway. On Westway, I went back there within the past month, and there was somebody, I don't know, they put a bed there, and then homeless people came, pushed it over, slept on it, rained on it, and everything is still there. There's trash up and down Eastway. It blows all over. It comes from Alberto's. It comes from the car wash. It comes from the hotels. A lot of it does. A lot of it comes from transients. I mean, it's not a readily accessible area, so I don't think there's much police presence back there, if any at all.
Yeah, and that road is in horrible shape.
It's in really bad shape because we don't maintain it. Never have.
So it's a public right of way, but we don't maintain it.
Right. It doesn't meet the requirements, statutory requirements as far as maintenance. Specifically, it's not paved and it doesn't have the right of way. It doesn't have adequate right of way, so it'll never be a maintained street.
Are people that are back there using automobiles through there? They are.
Yeah, some people access their homes.
I'm not familiar with the,
It's right behind what is that, Super 8 or whatever? You know where the car wash is in Alberto's?
Yeah, it runs the length of
Behind
mine.
there.
Runs the whole, on both sides.
oh, it does, okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Up until about Chevron in that area, from, Pinecrest, I think, all the way up till Chevron.
Could we add a stipulation that the homeowner would not be responsible for pre-existing conditions as of the date the council adopts this chapter?
I would advise against that.
How would we know it's there now? You'd have to go take a photo and you'd have to
It's
memorialize.
there.
Yeah.
It is there now, and I would advise against that just because it defeats the purpose. Because then they'll just say it was already there. I'm not cleaning that up.
Well, if something like this would pass, I think the town should go in and do an initial cleaning. Post signs, put up some game cams, and then everything should work out. You know what I mean?
There's already statutes for illegal dumping.
Right.
Yeah, well, don't put the responsibility on the homeowners.
That's what I said
At
at
the
beginning.
first thing.
That's what I said to begin
Get the
with.
town out there, get Matt out there with some guys, clean it up. And then
Or community
move
service, like
forward
Jeremiah
from there.
said,
Yeah, but you need to truck it. Why rent a dumpster when we have trucks down at
because
the
it's
town?
cheaper. A dumpster and community service probably costs less than paying town employees to go there and do it.
Well, what do we think, guys? Do we have any motions on wanting to pass this, or?
Given that property ownership is not the residence that we're speaking of, I'm not likely to make a motion.
Not either.
So, I mean, you could choose to table it if so be, or you can recommend for denial. It's fine. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm just trying to find a solution to a problem that's out there.
Have we studied other towns that have a similar situation and what they do? And
Oh, yeah. So I actually initially got this idea from our new interim town manager, and then I started looking at it, and it's already done throughout Arizona. It's not something brand new. And as you guys are aware, Arizona is a pretty property rights driven state. So, but the issue is that.
But it's not their property.
It's pretty hard to maintain everything in a municipality, even the size of Phoenix, let alone the size of Pinetop-Lakeside. We don't have near as many, but we also don't have as many resources. So we need to find some type of solution to this problem.
I just want to say that it is a serious problem. Other cities, especially Phoenix, I'm very familiar with, mainly because of the double walls. People just throw stuff over, anybody else come through, mattresses, box springs.
Yeah, and in those areas, they use it for trash collection too. And
trash collection too.
Yeah.
But now there, though, the city will come through about once a year and pick up the mattresses and box springs, the heavy stuff.
And there's no location where a central dumpster could be placed to encourage people to use the dumpster as opposed to just tossing it.
Yeah, there's probably some locations that could be utilized for that. It would have to be probably at the beginning though of the street, and then it's kind of a free for all if there's a dump there, or if there's a 20-yard roll off or whatever it is. People are going to utilize that. It may attract more of the dumping.
It's a
Collection center,
yeah.
So would everyone like to table this for now until we come up with another solution?
We won't meet the posting requirements for the next meeting, so that's kind of hard to table it. Because
We can table it for September or something.
I'll move to not recommend.
Or recommend denial.
I recommend denial. I don't know the best way to phrase that, but,
All in favor?
I'll second.
yes.
Yes.
Okay. I move to not recommend it to council.
And I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Can we still talk a little bit?
Yeah, you can open it up for discussion, I think,
Would they?
as long as it's on the topic.
Yeah, would there not be, they would not be legally obligated, a homeowner, to take care, how can you force somebody to take care of a piece of property that they don't own? And fine them for not taking care of it? You're looking at some liability, I would think, for some lawsuits from the homeowners in this regard.
Possibly, but I'm telling you, it's done throughout the state.
Yeah, Well, actually, my husband used to live in Phoenix, and he quartered an alley, and they would throw brush and debris, and they came every 2 weeks or whatever it was, the city of Phoenix, and picked that stuff up in the alleyway.
Yeah, so the proposed language is basically verbatim minus a few intrinsic details that town attorney didn't agree with, code from City of Chandler. It's not something I dreamt up.
My idea would be is our town go through there every other week and clean up. There can't be that much there.
Well, they were saying they don't have the capacity to do it for
They don't have the budget.
the budget or whatever. The resources are allocated for other things.
I'd love to see some signage at least out there saying no dumping.
I mean, I think the easy.
Well, if they can't afford to clean it up, they can't afford
Well,
the
the
signs.
easy answer is put a camera. They don't cost that much from Cabela's or whatever, and then the police have, and the police were. I mean, how hard is it when it's slow? You review the video, and you there's a license plate. They plug it in their computer, the DMV, and they go give them a ticket.
Or you see a neighbor.
And it's probably a lot of the same people dumping.
Absolutely.
They just get used to it.
Yeah.
So Jeremiah, that's what we should think about, is see if we can get some cameras up there,
Okay? Yeah.
you know?
Then we have videographic evidence to the police department.
You have
Absolutely.
to put one at one end, one at the other end, because you're gonna have to see license plates.
I think
You know
that's
which way they're coming.
with the price of cameras nowadays. That's super affordable.
Yeah, I would just put one in because I mean there's only one way at least on Eastway into those. They dead end. Well, actually maybe that's not true. The south end dead ends and the north end connects to.
I'd put two in.
Yeah.
Well, regardless of how many they put in, I mean, let's
They're only
start
what, $40 a piece, something like that? They're not that expensive.
and then the cell plan for them as well. Comments from the public?
Sure.
I've been listening.
Oh, you go to.
Derek Cavey. I've been listening. There's mention of a roll-off versus camera. I try to get a roll-off to clean my yard. It's $550.
Exactly right.
A camera's cheapest is $45. A good one's probably $150. So there's your ticket 'em.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Let's clean it up. So that's my 2 cents. So.
Good deal. Thanks, Derek.
Thank you.
Well, before we adjourn, I just wanted to thank John and Allison for their service here on the planning and zoning.
Thank you.
And this will be their last meeting. And then Derek.
Wasn't
And-
it doesn't mean it's our last meeting. We could just be out in there. See, now we're in the public, so I could come and give comments about.
Yes, maybe
John.
we'll still come every meeting.
So I didn't want an argument. All I wanted to do was thank you. Okay?
You're welcome.
You too, Allison.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we appreciate your guys' service. It's incredible. We're very appreciative. 16 years between the two of you, I believe.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's a
Wow.
lot of experience. And you guys will be sorely missed.
Good for you guys.
Appreciate your service to the town of Pinetop-Lakeside. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jeremiah.
Hey, I make a motion to adjourn.
Where was Larry McCormick tonight?